I'm going to hand it back to Mark.
Marcus Carson, as ever, thank you very much indeed. It's time now for Media Watch. For that, we're joined by Hala Moyedin here in the studio. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Great to see you. I imagine we're still talking about the French local elections, the fallout, Manuel Valls being appointed.
That's true. There's a lot of online reaction on this, not just in France, but worldwide, really. Let's start in France, though. If we look at the Nouvel Observateur, it's showing that he is going into this with a lot of popularity, and that popularity seems to be sustained. They're saying that 6 out of 10 French people are approving his ascent, really, to the post of Prime Minister. In fact, it's breaking down the figures even more, saying 77% of the Socialist Party are actually approving of this move as well. A lot of the reason for that is because he is a popular politician anyway, but some people are trying to break down the figures on their own. This lady here is referring to an earlier poll in Elle magazine, which said, of course, he's going to be popular because 20% of French women have already said they'd like to have a torrid affair with him. So that's perhaps one reason why he's scoring high right now. We'll see what happens later on. Of course, that popularity is not universal. It's on the hard left. There are a lot of people who are not very happy with, the top cop, as it were, moving into the Prime Minister's chair. He's known for being in charge of the police, surveillance and so on. Of course, he had the history with the CCTV cameras.
Some of his views are said to be more right than left, aren't they?
Well, this is it. He is more towards the right of, certainly of these people on the hard left. And this is one of the images that we're seeing. Poster, Manuel te regarde. Manuel is looking over you, as in Big Brother is watching over you. But like I say, it's extending beyond the French online world. The Spanish media in particular have been very keen to play up this, and they're actually playing up as a gain for Spain. Of course, he is of Spanish descent, as is Anne Hidalgo. And the Spanish press, if you look at some of the front pages there, they're claiming that this is now Spaniards who are ascending to the helm of French politics, although some people also joking that even their politicians have had to leave to find work in other countries. Now, of course, in the UK, we're also talking about Manuel Valls, and a lot of this is because he's been compared to Tony Blair. In fact, the former Europe Minister was saying that he's the closest France has to Tony Blair, so much so that Pass Notes did a special on him, is the French Prime Minister, Manuel Valls, the new Tony Blair, and of course someone very close to Tony Blair, Alistair Campbell, pitching in there, saying that Manuel Valls was my opposite number. He was Jospin's spokesman. Of course, Alistair Campbell was Tony Blair's right-hand man. Now he's the French Prime Minister, and I'm on an errand to the post office for the wife. C'est la vie, I guess.
What would you like to do next?
Let's take a quick look at a campaign in France. This is sort of more local. In Paris, we've got 2 American expats who are campaigning to get the love locks removed from the bridges. Now, this is lovers who go to the city of romance. They attach these locks, they engrave their names on them, attach these locks to the bridges, and it's just growing to such an extent now that there's this campaign to unlock your love, free your love and save our bridges. Of course, the weight of all these padlocks, if you look at the photos, we're talking sort of tons and tons of metal weighing down the bridges. It's come in for a bit of criticism from romantic people saying, this is the city of love, let it be. But however, the campaign is pressing ahead, is making the papers worldwide, and they're, well over 2,000 signatures now on this.
Okay. That wasn't an April Fool's story, was it, by any chance?
It wasn't, but we do have several. Here in France, one of the big ones was David and Victoria Beckham are divorcing, according to Public. My eyes almost popped out my head when I read that, but turns out it's an April Fool's. Lots of them doing the rounds as well. Bill Clinton has decided to follow his leader. That is, of course, his wife. We remember the text from Hillary meme that went viral. Now Bill Clinton's done it as well. Let's bring that photo back up again. And he is posing in the same photo as his wife. We have Google have also decided to get on the act, and they've created a meme where what's his name, David Hasselhoff photobombs. And then, of course, in the British press, they tend to go nuts for this kind of thing. But all these stories have been taking a distinctly Scottish flavour. So all the April Fool's stories have been very much almost taking a dig at Scotland's upcoming independence referendum. So
How
the
dare they?
Guardian leading with Scotland to switch to driving on the right if independence is given the green light. Lots of other things popping up. An exclusive in the Independent that the UN is drawing up peacekeeping plans in the event of a Scottish vote, and it's certainly there's no end to it. We're seeing the Scottish very much being taken the mick out of on this April Fool's Day.
If they knew you, they wouldn't dare.
Well, yes.
Hala, thank you very much indeed. Hala Moeddin with a very entertaining Media Watch. Good to see you. Time for us to take a short break. After that, we return with, of course, more world news. And after that, our Eye on Africa with Georgia Calvin-Smith. Stay with us.